Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live and the Monday edition of the Gerrie and Andy Show and Friends. And it's Gerrie and Mai's final group match today. Good morning, Gerrie.
Yeah, that's if Gerrie starts pedaling. Good morning, everybody. I completely forgot to start pedaling. I have to be told to do anything. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, Ben.
There we go.
Gerrie's on the front where he should be. Gerrie's favourite
Not
map.
be at the front.
Your favourite world, this
Oh,
isn't it,
my
Gerrie?
goodness. Good morning, Rick.
Yeah, morning, Rick.
He is sending me private messages, and it's so hard to reply to those.
Well, it's not if you use the companion app.
No, my phone is mounted on my right side.
Mhm.
So I have to type with one finger.
Oh, wow.
It's super uncomfortable.
We're leaving New York, you
It's not
already?
like yours, that's out. Yep. That's a good thing.
Or we'll be back.
We'll be back. Oh yes, Ben. Same here. It's been up and down. Teasing us with spring. We'll get to spring.
There I am.
And then we'll start complaining about the bugs.
Rick.
Hello.
Hey, Rick.
Good morning. My computer didn't want to work with me.
Sounds like me. My legs feels like that. Although I had a rest week.
Mine felt like that yesterday. Pretty bad. I went and I got a new bike on Friday, so of course Saturday I had to go out, even though the conditions were not ideal. It was
yes, you have to.
very cold and extremely windy, a lot of gusts, and so I was fighting a headwind most of the time, and I don't think I fueled properly, so
Oh,
I
that's the worst part.
definitely felt it yesterday.
What bike did you get, Rick?
It's a Honda SL7.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
big upgrade for me. That was cool. Even in the wind, it felt great. Felt a lot faster.
So then a spring is a kind of a stretchy thing. If it stores energy when you compress it or expand it.
One thing I was amazed about with that bike was crosswinds are a whole different beast now.
Oh, what wheels do you have on?
It came with some stock. I think they're like the Aeolus carbon wheels.
Yes.
And yeah, the first gust that hit me, it almost felt like the bike wanted to come right out from underneath me.
Oh my goodness.
I was fighting it a bit, trying not to get pushed into traffic. a couple times.
You soon get used to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the end of the ride, I got used to it.
Yeah. Like I said, you soon get used to it. Self-preservation kicks in.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely, while that was happening by the river, it was the worst. But while that was happening, I was still going through the excitement of riding it for the first time. So
Well, it's always a good thing when you're still excited and a new bike feels good.
yeah,
Come on in, Hugh. What we doing? It's like in a stream.
uh-oh. Somebody moved my fan. It's pointing just away from me.
Oh, that's
no.
handy.
No, I'm Andy.
Oh yeah, so Andy, yesterday with those mini eggs,
Yeah.
we took them out to my brother's house to do an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
And they only used one bag. So of course,
Fools.
my brother and I sat there and ate the whole bag in an amazing amount of time without even meaning to. Those things,
Yep.
yeah, I get why you love them. Good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've got 8 large bags unopened now, and I've got one that I've just opened. You can get a large bag to last me about a week.
Yeah.
But I could easily go through one of those small bags in a day.
Oh yeah. Or in like 10 minutes, like we did,
Yeah.
using no judgment whatsoever, just going. Yeah, we were boiling sap. He has
Oh, yeah?
a bunch of maple trees that he has tapped on his property. So we were just sitting around the fire, boiling sap, eating mini eggs.
What could be better? Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning to Des and Dylan. So
Good morning, Des.
on Saturday, Faith, Hope and Yolanda were trying to decide on what music Faith and Hope were going to play. And each thing that Yolanda suggested, Faith said, I don't really want to play that. So in the end, out of frustration, Yolanda said, well, what do you want to play? And Faith said, well, something that sounds like spring. Immediately I said, boing.
Oh my goodness, Andy. You are bad. Good morning, Owen. You came
What's
in
your
with
own?
sound effects today.
A friend of mine posted a photograph of a heron that was kind of stood up in the water, pretty shallow water. Said he must have been quite away from it. He just got his new iPhone. He posted this photograph and said, pretty amazing what the new iPhone will do. Well, it looked like this heron had short legs and was stood on, walking on the water. So I said, yes, that amazing. It'll even make birds walk on water.
Very nice. I got my fan moved for me. This is good.
That's awesome.
I'm already getting the chills with that aircon unit you have blowing on your back there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
blowing straight at the both of us.
Yeah, still on heat. It's a little bit cool today. Although I did turn it way down. Turned it down so that it would be just enough so that it won't get really cold.
Well, I woke up about a half hour before my alarm was going to go off. Went to the bathroom and I could hear snow falling on the window in the bathroom.
Oh no.
When will it end?
Yeah, it might end by July.
Yeah. Supposedly it's snowing here according to the radar, but I don't see any snow.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a warmer day today. Just cold at night.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm gonna ride to work though. Tomorrow's supposed to be a nice sunny day. It'll start out in the 30s, but then be in the mid 50s by the end of the day.
So I took Hope out for a driving lesson yesterday. So she's got a bit of confidence, knows how to stop, knows how to start, how gently to press the accelerator, things like that. Before we went on the road, I've had her one session so far in a disused parking lot. So we were heading to that parking lot, and as we drove there, in another parking lot across the street, there were two police cars, and I'm thinking, well, I'm not going to have Hope driving around this parking lot because the police are going to wonder what's going on and come over and talk to us. So I'm thinking, well, I said to her, I don't know where I'm going to take you now. So how do you feel about driving on the road? Got enough confidence? She said, no. I said, well, I'm going to make you at some point. So yesterday was the day. There's one road that is just 5 miles long, end to end. It's got a couple of stops on it. So I got the other side of one of the stops, and we swapped seats, and off she went down this 5 mile long road. This thing has a 55 mile an hour speed limit, and it's very quiet. But we didn't have any other vehicles that bothered us. So she started off just doing 15 miles an hour. Next time I looked at the speedometer, it was 20. And a little bit later, it was 25. And finally, we got up to doing 35.
Baby steps.
Exactly. It was going the wrong way. The arrow said the opposite direction. Coco catching us up. Oh, and yesterday, Rick. Yesterday I tried to get TeamODZ a mention on Radio 1 in the UK. Yeah, National Radio 1.
Nice.
Sent a message. The message got read out, but he didn't mention TeamODZ. I don't know if I thought it was a company name, or because the BBC can't advertise.
Yeah.
I don't know if he thought it was a company name or if he just had no clue how to pronounce it.
Odds.
Yeah, I half expected that actually. TeamODZ. Yeah, he still mentions Zwift, but I mean, those that don't know what Zwift is don't know.
Yeah. One thing I've been running into is the whole, you know, when I'm talking to any of my cycling friends about how much I paid for that bike, they're like, "Wow, great deal." And if I tell anybody else, they're just like, "Does it have a motor?
Yeah.
What is it? What does it have?"
Yeah, oh, I know. I know how that
Yesterday,
goes.
someone who I was riding with, he was like, "Yeah, just always say 1/5 of the price to anybody who doesn't know. They'll still think it's crazy,
Well,
but they won't think it's that crazy."
I've mentioned the day that I bought this bike a couple of times on the stream, but I don't know if I've told you, Rick. So it was towards the end of February, and I knew I was getting a bonus, and I knew how much it was. So I said to Yolanda, "Can I buy a bike?" She said, "Well, it's your money." He asked how much I was going to spend. I said, "Well, about 3,500. So that was the conversation. I think, right, okay, I've got spousal approval. So I went to one of the local bike stores, and sure enough, there was a previous year's model. You know, $1,800 knocked off.
Yeah.
Just over 3,500. And I really liked it, but I thought, well, I'll have a look around at other stores as well. But I came back to that one. It was the right size for me, so I bought it. I get back home, I'm carrying it into the house, and Yolanda says, "What, you bought it already?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "How much did you spend?" I said, 3,500. Last year's model, 1,800 off. She said, "You spent that much on a bike? There's people in this world that can't afford to eat, and you spent that much on a bike?"
Yeah, my wife had given me the go-ahead at some point when I decided, and I still thought I was going to be a ways out, but yeah, then I went in on Friday just to pick up a jersey, and they all of a sudden the head mechanic there, he was just like, "Hey, we need to get rid of this one. I'll give you a really good deal on it." And I was like, "I don't think so. I don't know if I can do that right now." And then I was like thinking about it, and then I called my wife and I sent her a text. I told her how much they were taking off of the price, and she thought that's what the price of it was. And then I think she called me, and then that's when she found out what the actual price was. And I was like, "This is still a good deal." So it's initially 7,000, and they sold it for 45.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, okay. And it wasn't, I mean, I've been looking at this bike for a long time, for that bike. And but yeah, when I saw that deal, I was like, "Ooh, maybe I should." But yeah, that was a 2021. So that was an older model. They just needed it off the showroom floor.
Yep.
And we do a lot of stuff with them, with the brewery. So they're always giving discounts. So they hooked it up a little more, but I ended up dealing with the owner when I bought it. And he had to ask what the price was for it. from the mechanic. He told him, and he was like, he kind of stopped for a second, like, really? We're taking that much off?
Oh, nice. You know, it's a sweet deal.
Oh yeah. But yeah. So I was like, well, I guess I'll be stopping by to give you guys deliveries of beer for a while now.
I was just wondering that if there was a crate of beer going that way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and whenever they come in, they're covered.
Morning, Jeff. Thank you for liking the stream.
Probably for at least the
Good
next year at
morning.
this point.
The title says this is Gerrie and my final route badge today. Again.
Again.
Yeah, I just bought the best frame that I could, knowing full well that over time other parts would be upgraded.
Yeah.
And now I've got 5-figure sum tied up in this bike.
Haha.
Before the decimal point.
I'm stuck on rim brakes.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. So if I want to change, it's going to be a big change.
Yeah. I'll tell you, switching to hydraulic, that makes a huge difference. And with
Yeah.
the better, I mean, this bike that I'm on now it was 1200, so it has, you know, it's a decent enough frame for a gravel bike, you know, but it has all the lesser parts, the cheaper parts. That's why it's going to be on the trainer.
Oh yes.
Just wear out all those cheap parts.
Don't know that I've ever ridden this way on this road. Been the other way lots of times. You saw the guy with his huge pumpkin on the right hand side, usually on the left.
Yeah. Now I guess I'm all set with a bike for the next long time. For a while.
What's your Frank? For liking the stream? And Owen? Yeah. So, I don't know, there's still life in rim brakes for me.
Yeah.
Never had.
Ori.
I've only had disc brakes, so I don't know the difference, really.
Oh my goodness.
Except for,
That's
you know,
unfair.
except for bikes when I was younger.
Yep, I'll be on rim brakes for a while.
They are, Owen.
Yeah, I got my first puncture on the bike only about 30 miles in. That was fun.
That's always fun.
Yeah. My
Did you
hands
guys-
are frozen. No.
You
I
wanna
think
go
I'm gonna
ahead if
switch to tubeless.
uh,
The wheels can handle tubeless, I guess. But
so
I don't know. This bike is tubeless.
my friend at the
I
bike
have-
store ran tubeless on his road bike for a few months and went back to tubes.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Oh really?
yeah.
What didn't he like about him?
The sealant all over his frame.
Yeah, well, yeah. That'll do it.
And if you get a puncture that the sealant won't seal, then you're putting a tube in anyway. And then the tube gets all gunked up with sealant. You basically have to throw it away.
I have I don't have any sealant in mine, but I have the that little tool that's supposed to seal holes.
Yep.
I mean, you have to find it, and then hope that the hole isn't too big.
Yep.
But
Like,
so far too, I don't know if I've just been lucky, but I've never had a puncture on this bike. But it has, you know, a little bit beefier 32 road tires.
Exactly.
So I
On.
don't know if they're a little thicker or what.
Owen, it's only hilarious when you're not behind the person that got the puncture. It's not as funny then.
Yeah, that's a new idea. Flavored sealant. that could be a thing.
I'd be deliberately throwing tacks over the road on the route that I knew we were going on.
What was that banner?
That's the end of the route
Banner?
in the opposite direction.
Ah,
That's where we've got to get to once we switch around.
okay.
So we've done our flatland loop. Now we do a spot in Neokio.
Yep. This will be my last time in Neokio until they have more badges here. Or if there's a race that I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
But
Oh my.
Oh, hey.
Grab a wheel.
oh, there you go. They are flying. Chinese group.
Quite a few cyclists out yesterday. It's 42 degrees at the time that I was giving Hope her driving lesson, which is borderline warm enough for me to be out in short sleeves and shorts. So
Yeah.
everyone was well dressed up, with long-legged bibs and jackets on. And I saw, I would have been out there with shorts and a short sleeve jersey.
Yeah, on Saturday, when we started at 6 in the morning, and we did one ride and then did a second one later on. And it was 30 degrees, I think, at that time, but the
Yeah.
wind was
Oh my
wind
goodness.
chill was down in the low 20s. And but then later on in the day, I took off a lot of the layers, just had arm warmers just in case. And it was still windy, but it was in the 40s at that point. I never took off the arm warmers, but my legs were fine. Then yesterday was perfect, but I didn't ride yesterday.
Yep. We'll start to get those nicer days very soon.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like this week, Tuesday, well, today's going to be kind of nice. Tuesday is supposed to be the nicest. And then it's going to rain all week after that.
Oh,
Morning, Dad.
good morning, Mr. Lawton.
Well,
Good
not
morning.
necessarily, Dad. I can do things here.
That's if I can find the right arm, Mr. Lawton.
Yeah, I can't tell
Oh,
you
the one.
orange arm
There we
today,
go.
can I?
That's the one.
No. Even when you told me the orange arm, I still had the wrong arm there.
So, last week I got three sets of cycling shorts so that I use. And once I've ridden through those three, I throw the 3 jerseys and the 3 shorts in the washing machine, ready for the next 3 days. So last week,
Yep.
I'm thinking, well, what jersey have I worn for the last 3 days? I ended up going through the live streams for the previous 3 days to figure out what jerseys I'd worn. And you know what? I'd worn the same jersey 3 days on the run.
Oh my goodness.
This one.
Doing washing every day.
No, I hadn't washed every day. I'd just worn the same jersey for 3 days. And then, so I put them in the wash on Friday. Friday afternoon, remembered that they were still sat there in the washing machine. I hadn't got them out or dried them. So I threw them in the dryer, pushed the go button, put them in there for 15 minutes. Just before I went to bed on Friday, I'm thinking, oh yeah, my cycling clothes, I need to get those out. And then forgot about them again. Sunday morning, I come down here for the ODZ entry, and I'm thinking, where's all my cycling clothes? Oh no, they're still in the dryer. Slightly damp.
Oh.
So I thought, I'll put my backup shorts on. And the elastic's all gone in those, so no, I can't wear these. So I went up to the dryer and got them out, and they weren't too bad. They were still a little moist.
Well, this morning I went and I knew I didn't have a lot of cycling clothes. So I went to the rack and it was still dark. So I used my phone. I saw, whoa, got cycling pants or cycling shorts. And here's a black t-shirt. Thinking it's exactly what I'm wearing right now. Came down, put the coffee on, looked at what I grabbed. It was Tina's shorts and not a black t-shirt.
Good morning, Fernando.
So I had to go up again. Luckily Tina was up so I could turn on the light and find the last pair of clean cycling clothes.
I've got another set of cycling shorts as well. They've got a green, Dayglow green lace on the side of them. I was looking for those yesterday morning but couldn't find them. Otherwise, if I'd found them, then my cycling clothes would have sat in the dryer for another few hours.
You put your shorts in the dryer as well?
Yeah, just put them on a low heat.
Really?
That's what I do too.
Huh.
I do, yeah, delicate. Yeah, if you just have just the cycling clothes and you put it in on practically cold air,
Yeah,
then it'll dry up pretty good.
Oh wow. Never done that. Take mine out and hang them.
It fluffs up the chamois a little bit for you too.
it does that. Makes them a bit more compliant as well,
Okay.
softens the fabric.
Yeah. Yeah, for the longest time I was drying them, and then someone had told me to do that just to tighten it up a little bit.
Yep.
And so I did that, and yeah, now I found that's the best way.
So cycling jerseys and cycling shorts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah,
The only thing that I take out
okay.
is the band for my heart rate monitor.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and then I make sure I get them out of the dryer immediately so that no one goes to try to like, you know, put in their clothes to get the wrinkles out or something and puts it on high.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yep. Got to be on the lowest heat setting that you've got.
Okay. I shall give it a go. Get those pads nice and soft again.
Oh, sprint.
No sprinting.
Sprinting, no sprinting.
I should have streamed Saturday when I did the tour for Utopia,
Yeah.
but I couldn't get everything lined up to get that done. But anyway, so
109 TSS in 1.25 hours. Yeah, you should have done.
well, I wanted to do an easy ride, and then I saw myself in the front pack, and I got dropped on the climb. Went to the second pack, got dropped on the climb, the next flap, and it ended up me and two other guys, and they didn't want to work. They were sitting on my wheel the whole about the last 7 or 8 Ks, just sitting on my wheel. And I thought, so every time I accelerate, they accelerate as well. I thought this is going to be a hard sprint because they are a lot lighter than I am, so they can accelerate quicker. So instead of waiting till the end, I just went for a super long sprint, and I could see their numbers when I started jump into the red, and then suddenly it dropped down to 3 watts per kilogram when they gave up. Like, okay, that's done.
Mrs. Delport, goedemiddag.
Goedemiddag, Ma. Good afternoon, Mom.
There's nothing worse than when you try to force them into the lead and then everybody just starts slowing down, playing game.
And I wasn't prepared to slow down because I saw there was a bigger group.
Yeah.
That'll probably not catch us. But there was if we're going to slow down too much, they're going to catch us.
Here you go, Gerrie. Dad says hi.
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning.
I told the guys on the stream this morning, Dad, that I was cutting wood for my kitchen cabinets, and I ran out of wood.
Need to replace
How many
the.
cabinets do you have? This has been quite a project.
It's a big project.
Need to replace the bottom in the cabinet underneath the sink. We had a leak on the tap, and I didn't notice until it was too late. So,
Yeah. I have one of those on my floor. My dishwasher started leaking where the inlet valve is.
Yeah.
And I didn't notice it for a little bit, and somehow some of it got underneath the laminate flooring.
Yeah.
So now that's bubbling up. So at some point I'm just going to switch to tile. But that's a whole thing. I don't enjoy tile. I mean, I like tile.
No.
I don't like putting it in.
Well, we had tile in our old house, and we didn't like it because it was cold all the time.
There's
in the
that.
winter.
Yeah. That's true.
So we went with this luxury. Is it the linoleum or luxury?
I think that's what I have in
Travertine.
mind. Is it
Yeah.
like kind of soft and thick?
It's kind of soft, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's actually nice because it looks like tile.
Yeah.
Does it even have gripes between the tiles?
Yeah.
But it's not cold.
It's not good when water gets under it.
No.
So yeah, now I have a couple bubbles right in
Also
front.
don't like when water comes underneath it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I have to figure that out.
Water should stay in the taps. In
Yeah.
the pipes.
It's better when it does that. Yeah, because it does get in when it gets real cold out. That kitchen is usually the chilliest place.
That's
So,
right.
That is something I didn't really think of, is how cold tile is.
Because we're always barefoot in the house. So when you have cold tile,
Yeah.
it really cools you down.
Comes our root badge, Gerrie. Up alongside you,
root
so we
badge,
get it at the
Tina.
same time.
Take a photo. Take a photo of your root badge.
There we go.
There we go. You get it?
Oh, too late.
Why not? You don't see it? Tina says maybe she's got it already. You probably have it already because we've been saving this one for months now.
Yeah.
I feel like
Okay,
on
Tina, sorry.
on all the Tour of Watopia ones,
So
on all the Tour of Watopia ones, it never showed my badge that I noticed.
Oh, really?
So,
Yeah.
Gerrie, you've
But
got
I did
Tina
get
out of bed. You get a root badge that she's already got.
Yep, I convinced Tina to come and ride to get a root badge she already has. With me, huh?
Thanks, Guy.
Oh, you got the
You're
sprint
welcome,
jersey,
Tina.
Cool.
At least Tina got the sprint jersey,
Yeah.
so that made up for it. Oops. I forgot to do this.
Thanks, Gerrie.
Owen said you have to do another lap just to make sure. Okay. Now we don't have to go back there. Although we'll probably do another lap.
Yeah,
We'll end in there.
I think we will.
So Zwift is working on their clubs feature so we can do workouts as a club,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to figure out how they're setting it up. If it's going to be the same as our meetup right now, where everybody can pick their own workout.
Yeah.
And I prefer this rubber banding because it doesn't keep us too close together,
Right.
where the workouts seem to be extremely slow. That rubber banding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't get an answer yet. Because that'll make it a lot easier. Then we can, instead of setting up a meetup, we can set up a club event and post it on the Facebook page, and anybody can join, because there's probably ODZ people that would join. We just don't know.
Yeah. So Rick, just after I finished the ODZ entry yesterday morning, I'd shut Swift down and used the pressure in my tyres. I got a notification that Megan had started riding. So, okay, I'll keep making company for a little while. No, I'll ride 10k with her. It'll be about half an hour. She was in France, so used to ride with. We start going up towards Ventoux, and I don't know what route she's chosen. And we go past that left turn where you have that zigzag, the mini KOM. So you're right, okay, yeah, we're going up Ventoux. So 10 kilometers is not going to be a half hour.
Yeah.
My bladder got the better of me. I didn't make 10 kilometers. But she
Yeah,
appreciated the company.
Happened the other day.
We went past the turn.
The other day when we met up.
We went past that turn. I said, "Hey, we've missed a turn."
Yeah. Are we supposed to go that way? Yeah, that happened the other day when we switched over to Megan, and then she was in Innsbruck,
Yeah.
and I don't think we stopped going uphill the entire time. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I think I spent it was probably like a good 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. I said I don't have any meetings today. We've got to keep an eye on the time. Another 13 minutes, I'll bring the stream down. Just so you can stream the Happy 100. Assuming it's back. Said that last week and we didn't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally forgot he was gone. Until Thursday came.
But yeah. What you got going on?
Trying to think, what videos does Mr. Beast do? I will have to look him up. See what type of videos he does.
Tina go back to bed, Gerrie?
I don't think so.
Mike accepted the invite. I'm expecting him to turn up as well.
Yep, Matthias. I don't know what type. He streams later in the day, and that helps. We are streaming at a very unpopular time right now. Oh, not Bike Beast. Okay. I'd have to look at that. Let's see. Oh my goodness. It looks like he's got a whole production crew. Doesn't look like something I'm interested in.
You don't want a whole production crew?
You've kind of got one,
No, I'm
Gerrie.
happy with riding with you guys. So last year at some point, I got a super deal on a 27-inch TV or monitor. The reason why I said TV is the guy in the ad had it as a small TV for sale, 20 bucks. And I looked at the specs, like that's not a TV. That's a 27-inch monitor.
Yeah.
So I got that, but never incorporated into my work system. Well, on Saturday, after I couldn't cut any more wood, I had some time and I rearranged my whole office. So now I have the 27 in the middle with the two 24s on the side. Man, that's nice.
Yes.
And now the other 24 can come up, or sorry, down to the basement to my streaming PC. So maybe I can do that in less than a year, or 6 months, what it took me.
Yeah, I need to find a smaller TV for. I've been talking about moving everything upstairs for
Yes.
a little while, but I'm going to need to do it soon. But the only TV I have up there is a 55-inch, and that's just too big. It would be right in front of me and then where I don't know where I'd put my fans and do all that stuff. So I need something
yes.
smaller.
I Everest did. I used my projector. I had a 120-inch screen in front of me.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And you can get a pretty decent one for not a whole lot of money too, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, then it needs to be dark in the room.
It doesn't need to be that dark. It depends on the projector. ELP projectors produce a heck of a lot of light, but they have what they call a rainbow effect. That's the digital light processor. They not only reflect white light, so it has a color wheel, so it scans through the different colors. You tend to see multiple colors on moving things.
Ah,
Each
Well, I
technology's
found
got
a
its
Sony-
good points, bad points. You know, your LCDs don't have the blackest of blacks that ELP has. CRT monitors, your projectors, your big, heavy, 3 separate projectors all need aligning on your
that's right.
on your screen and suffer from burning. So,
Yep.
sorry, you were going to say something, Gerrie.
Well, I got the 46 Sony Bravia for Tina, and I didn't think it's going to be that nice for $30.
Yeah.
Because the guy broke off the screws at the back, so you can't mount it,
Right.
and he didn't have a mounting for it anymore. But I was lucky enough to get the screws out,
Nice.
and I could mount it. But if I get another deal like that, I'm gonna take it.
Can't beat that.
But it's 2K, it's not 4K, but with Zwift, it's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm upstairs, my back's going to be to the wall. So I'm kind of on one side of the room. So
yeah.
I'm going to have to figure out some way to have the TV so I can move it over to the side when I'm not using it. Have it on like a wheeled stand or something.
Oh, yes.
But I still have to figure that out. Because right now, I mean, the TV is just huge. When you put it right in front of the bike, it's just taking up this whole area and it's just way too much.
Oh, yeah.
Just
If
a
I
huge
can
wall
imagine,
in front of me.
that's a big
If I-
TV.
I wish I had it I had a wall right there. Then I would, but
Just hang it from the
upstairs-
ceiling, and then you kind of got a TV as a wall.
That wouldn't be bad. Yeah, all the this house is a cape, so all the upstairs rooms have that pitch to the ceilings on
Yes.
on either side. So I feel like the ceiling is going to be like coming right up over me like this. I'm going to be right
yes,
on it.
you won't be able to get up and sprint.
Well, I might have enough room for that.
Yeah.
I'll be far enough away from the wall, but it'll be close. It'll probably be, every time I sit up, my head will probably be like right there. So the ceiling will just be a couple inches above.
On that note, I'm going to have to pull the stream down so that 10-minute gap to Justin and the Happy 100. So I'm going to say thank you to everybody for joining us on the stream this morning. Hey there, Mills.
Hey, it's Mills.
Wow.
Good afternoon, Mills.
Hey, man.
That's one way to get Mills on the stream. Is put him in a different time zone. That's the only time when Mills is awake before me.
Well, I've been awake for an hour and a half, Mills. Does that count?
He's in London, I think.
Right on from Justin, so he's up. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So,
Thanks, Justin.
so
That's
like
his
I was
cue.
saying, yes,
Get off the
exactly.
stream.
Oh, like I was saying, thank you everybody for joining us this morning. Mills, you have a good time over there. Dad and Mum, thanks for joining. This is Delport, Owen, Ben,
It's Andy.
Matcha. Thanks everybody for joining us this morning. And well, we'll all hop up to main voice after this, and I'm sure Justin will pull us onto the stream. So take care, and we'll see you again soon. Thanks everybody.
Have a good one. Oh, fish and chips.
Oh, mushy
Go away,
peas.
Mills.
There we go. I was going to make some mushy peas yesterday, and I never
my
did.
Goodness.
All right, bye bye everybody.
Thanks for that one, Mills. Bye.